Jacobus Jaap Cornelius Haartsen is the mastermind behind the development of Bluetooth. He, along with two other men, helped create the foundation that we know as Bluetooth today. Jaap was born in the Netherlands February 13, 1963. He attended Delft University of Technology, where he obtained his Master's of Science and then later got his PhD in electrical engineering. Jaap first started working for a company called Ericsson. Ericsson sells and develops technology software. He wanted to try and expand his expertise, so he then switched to a privately owned company called Tonalite BV. According to the National Inventors Hall of Fame, in 1993, Haartsen started working on indoor wireless communication systems. He was tasked with finding a solution for short-range radio connections that would add functionality to mobile phones and enable new sales. Haartsen has many admirable accolades, such as playing an active role in the creation of the Bluetooth Special Interest Group, a chairman for the SIG Air Protocol Specifications Group, and deriving the standardization of the Bluetooth radio interface. He also played an important role in obtaining worldwide regulatory approval for Bluetooth technology. The entire concept of Bluetooth was based off of the want for a short-range radio transmission. The problem at hand was that the BSIG, or otherwise known as Bluetooth Special Interest Group, could not find a way to make this type of technology without taking up too much space on a phone or not having enough battery power to do it. BSGI was a group composed of Ericsson, Nokia, Toshiba, IBM, and Intel Pro. These companies thought that it would be a better idea to all come together to make Bluetooth because the technology was so intricate in this time. Ericsson launched the first Bluetooth phone in 2001, and IBM also launched the first ThinkPad in 2001, therefore making it the world's first notebook that came with Bluetooth. When Bluetooth comes to mind, it is easy to think of only speakers. Bluetooth mostly has to do with the transmission of media and pictures through a certain frequency. The top use of Bluetooth is stereo audio, meaning playing music hands-free through your car. People will also use Bluetooth to talk through headsets, and now iPhones are made without headphone jacks, meaning you either have to have special headphones with wires or switch to only Bluetooth headphones. In fact, there was a research paper in 2003 predicting that there would be 1 billion Bluetooth devices by 2006. Now, over 95% of devices support Bluetooth. When you look at that percentage with the amount of devices today, there has to be at least hundreds of billions of devices that support Bluetooth. Jaap Haartsen's invention and contributions to Bluetooth has made life a lot easier for us. From hands-free cars to Amazon Alexa, Bluetooth has saved us a lot of time. It was Jaap's eagerness to find a solution that brought us where we are today. One disadvantage of Bluetooth is that it can't travel very far compared to radio waves that come through your car. Those can go a lot farther. Bluetooth probably maxes out at about 100 meters. So today I'll be testing to see how far 100 meters is. On a nice day like today, I bet that Mr. Jaap Haartsen didn't know that I would be utilizing my JBL Flip 5 speaker to listen to music while I'm outside. I'm about 6 feet away from the source of the sound, and yet it's still clear as day. I'm about 20 feet, I'd say, away from the source of sound, and you can still hear it.
I can still hear the music. I don't even know if the mic can pick this up. Bluetooth is great. As you can see, the music is still going. I left the source of sound on my front porch, and my cameraman and I are gonna walk to see when it breaks up. It's still going. Let's take some guesses to see how far till it starts breaking up. I also don't want to walk really far. It's a beautiful day though. Still clear as day. I love you, Bluetooth, and I love you, Jaap Haartsen. It's starting to break up. Might be because I'm gonna pause it here, but you still record. You can turn around and see how far we are. Am I pointing to the house?
Yes.
That's how far I went before it started disconnecting. It's crazy how technology is advanced.
Bluetooth works a lot like Wi-Fi. It uses short radio waves to send signal from one device to another. Both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi work at 2.4 gigahertz signal, but Bluetooth signal is much weaker. Bluetooth signal actually is transmitted at 1 milliwatt. When researching this project, I came across the comparison that a laser that you would use to play with your cat is 5 milliwatts. So, Bluetooth is weaker than a wimpy cat laser. The name Bluetooth actually comes from a king named Haartsen. He had a kind of rotten tooth that was blue, so his nickname was Bluetooth. The Bluetooth symbol is the look that you get when you put H and K together in the Nordic alphabet. When two devices are paired, they're transferring signals 1,600 times per second. They are deciding whether or not they need to connect or share information with each other. Once the connection is established, they begin exchanging frequencies at a very fast rate with each other. This wasn't always the case, though. It started off very, very slow, and then now we have the technology that we have today where it's much quicker, easier pairing, that kind of thing.
Bluetooth is such a huge part of our everyday lives, yet most of the time it goes unnoticed. So, if you're wondering what devices use Bluetooth nowadays, the answer is almost all of them. Phones, headphones, earbuds, speakers, stereos, TVs, cameras, cars, tablets, game consoles, you name it. And if you were to watch them all at work, it would be quite a spectacle. Imagine if you could see that piconet of radio frequencies swirling from all these Bluetooth devices in your home. You've got your wireless mouse and computer chatting with each other. Your Bluetooth speaker has its own conversation going with your phone. And the best part is that none of them so rudely intervene in the other's conversations. That's not only thanks to frequency hopping, it's also because each device has its own address programmed by the manufacturer. So even if your wireless mouse gets a message from your TV, it'll just automatically ignore it because they have different addresses. But
all in all, Jaap Haartsen helped form the foundation that one of our most prized innovations sits on. It was his ambition and work ethic that pushed him to work with other inventors and entrepreneurs to create Bluetooth. Bluetooth started off as a tool that only business people used, to then making flash drive looking headsets that sit in your ear, and now we sync to speakers and AirPods and more. Jaap is now working for a wireless phone company called Plantronics. His work ethic, of course, will not stop him at the development of Bluetooth, because he is continuing to work on other technological advancements in the wireless industry. Jaap worked on the development of Bluetooth for 3 years with testing and critiques from his colleagues, yet he still ended up with the ultimate development. He has become a role model for many and will go down in history as one of the greatest and most hardworking inventors of all time.